Have you ever felt like you're just kind of living on autopilot? Well, today we're going to dive into a really powerful concept from Islamic tradition that gives us a way to take back the reins. It's all about self-mastery and unlocking the best version of yourself by living with real, true intention.
You know, this quote really gets to the heart of something we all feel, right? That feeling that we have this untapped potential just waiting inside us. We all want to become the person we're meant to be. But the big question is, how do we actually do that?
So, the source we're looking at today points to this one single concept from the Quran as the key, Taqwa. Now, it's often translated as God consciousness, but honestly, that simple phrase barely scratches the surface of what it really means in a practical, everyday sense.
Okay, so what do most of us think of when we hear the word taqwa? For a lot of people, a very specific set of religious practices usually comes to mind. Let's start there with what we think it means.
For most people, when you say taqwa, these are the things that pop into their head: praying, fasting, giving to charity. But the source we're looking at makes a really crucial point. While these things are obviously important, they aren't taqwa itself. They're the results of taqwa. Think of it like this: they're the fruit, not the root.
So, if these actions are just the symptoms, what's the underlying cause? To really get what taqwa is, we have to look deeper. We need to find that inner engine that's making everything run.
And that right there brings us to the real meaning. We have to shift our focus from the outside to the inside. It's less about what you're doing and way more about the state of mind behind what you're doing.
And here it is, simple as that. At its very core, taqwa is all about being watchful over yourself. It's this state of constant inner alertness, of self-awareness. It's about being totally present in your own life. And to make this idea really click, the source gives us this absolutely brilliant metaphor.
Okay, this is where it all starts to make sense. This is where the whole concept really comes to life. We're going to explore this powerful metaphor that just perfectly captures this idea of watchfulness, the relationship between a rider and a horse.
I want you to really picture this in your mind. You've got a skilled rider, totally calm, totally in command. And you've got this powerful horse, perfectly responsive to the slightest touch. There's this complete harmony between them, right? A total unity of will and action. This image, right here, this is the key to understanding taqwa. Okay, so let's break this down. The rider, that's your conscious mind. It's your awareness, your will, your intellect. And the horse? Well, that's your physical self. Your body, your desires, your emotions, all those impulses. It's that raw, powerful energy that needs some guidance.
See, a skillful rider isn't just along for the ride, right? They are in active control. That firm grip they have on the reins, that's their will. Their knowledge of how to ride, their skill, that symbolizes their clarity of thought. And their destination, the path they're on, that represents a conscious choice. And the horse? Well, the horse is trained to respond to that clear direction.
And when you have that kind of mastery, wow, the result is profound. This person isn't just being dragged around by whatever their impulses want to do. Instead, they can direct their own power, their own energy, and go wherever they consciously choose to go. That's the ultimate freedom. And that right there, that's the state of taqwa.
So this is a great metaphor, right? But how do we actually bring this into our day-to-day life? Let's connect the rider and the horse back to the choices we're all making every single day.
You know, when you boil it all down, it comes to this. Taqwa means choosing your actions consciously. It's about acting with will, with thought, and with clear intention, instead of just running on autopilot. It's the difference between being the director of your life and just being a character in it.
And so, this all leaves us with one really powerful question to ask ourselves. In all the little moments that make up your day, who's in control? Are you the rider, consciously choosing your path? Or are you the horse, being led by habit and impulse? The answer to that question really determines the direction of your life. Thanks for digging into this with me.